My name is Cameron Mitchell, and I've traveled the world pursuing my passions, but like the old saying goes, there's just no place like home. Join me as I showcase the amazing people, places, food, music, art, and culture found right here in the South. This is the Southern Life Network.
My name is Jared Hudson. I'm the CEO of Covenant Rescue Group.
My name is Josh Moody, and I'm the President of the Board and Chief Operating Officer for Covenant Rescue Group.
The Covenant Rescue Group is an anti-trafficking nonprofit that my wife and I started in 2018, and we primarily focus on stateside child exploitation operations, primarily through the sex trafficking industry. I left the SEAL teams in 2014 and became a law enforcement agent here in the state of Alabama, and finished my MBA. I started a business, and then I started doing that full-time, left full-time law enforcement, and was running my business, the Shooting Institute, providing training and security services to different people around the nation and around the world. And the Lord opened the doors for me to get into some anti-human trafficking work, and through those doors that opened the doors to some donors who wanted to support anti-human trafficking efforts. And in the wake of that, my wife and I met with my CPA and our attorney, and we decided it best to start the nonprofit Covenant Rescue Group, and we started that in 2018.
Our goal and our mission is to effectively train and equip law enforcement agencies in combating human trafficking and child exploitation.
So a typical sting operation looks like us acting as combat advisors. That's what I would call it from SEAL teams, is we are combat advisors for local, state, or federal law enforcement agencies trying to conduct child exploitation operations.
We always work alongside law enforcement agencies. We're not a vigilante group. We don't go out on our own and do these things. So our operations always begin with training. We have our sex trafficking operations program, which can either be a 2 or 3 day or a full 5-day course for law enforcement agencies. This walks them start to finish through conducting one of these child exploitation stings or one of these anti-human trafficking stings. The training will culminate really with a 2-day live operation. Covenant Rescue Group staff, the majority are sworn law enforcement, but on these sting operations, we typically don't act in a law enforcement capacity. And the ultimate goal is to get the different host agencies that we work with, get them propped up to be able to do these operations on their own. And I'll give you an example. We worked with the Sheriff's Department in Indiana, worked with them in 2021, and summer of last year, we got a letter from their sheriff. And I think on the operation that we conducted with them, we did the training and we did a 3-night operation. I think we arrested 18 or 20 guys, something like that. Well, then 2 years later, he sends us a letter and says, because of the training that they received and the instruction they received, they've been able to do subsequent operations that have led to the arrest of over 100 additional perpetrators.
So we currently conduct a sting operation a month. We would like to conduct 2 sting operations per month, but the biggest issue we have is, funding to run 2 operations per month, and obviously funding, helping with the manpower, because it's ultimately manpower. But we got to pay for that. We got to pay to bring the guys in to be able to knock out those operations. I hate to say expect to catch, because you never know. We'll go to some areas and arrest 2, and we'll go to some areas and arrest 20. It's really hard to know what to expect because there's a lot of things that come into play with that. With that being said, our average is 8 per operation. That's about, it's actually like 8.4 or something when you do the real math, but we average about 8 felony arrests per operation. We just conducted one that's in the news. It was a couple hours away from where we're at here in Birmingham, Alabama, where we arrested 17. I did not believe we would get 17 on that operation. I thought we were going to get 10, but we wound up arresting 17.
When you look at your typical perpetrator, who is it that we're catching doing these things? What's the demographic? What's the age? What's the occupation? It's all over the board. I mean, we've arrested men in their upper 70s, all the way down to guys in their early 20s. We've arrested pastors, we've arrested politicians, we've arrested HVAC guys, we've arrested drug addicts, we've arrested wealthy men. Unfortunately, what we have to deal with day in and day out, it's no respecter of persons. There's not a particular race, there's not a particular political affiliation, there's not a particular economic status. It's literally all over the board, and it's sad that we even have to do the work that we do, but unfortunately it's there, it's been there, it's going to continue to be there. We won't eradicate human trafficking, we won't eradicate child exploitation, not until Jesus returns, but we can do the best that we can to fight it and make an impact on it.
For each individual that we arrest, the FBI statistic is that's 25 lives they would impact. These individuals are already impacting lives, so if we arrest 10 in an operation, that's 250 lives that would have been impacted. So our goal was not the knee-jerk reaction of something's already happened, we've got to rescue these people out of human trafficking. We do that and we do rescues. However, the goal is to nip it in the bud on the front end. We want to stop this before it gets out of hand. So with that being said, if I could wave a magic wand and decide, what we would do, and as the CEO of the organization, I cast the vision. Our goal was to be able to effectively run 2 operations per month, 2 sting operations per month, and 1 rescue operation per quarter. The funding to do that, it roughly costs $50,000 per sting operation. It costs us about $30,000 per month to run our organization and keep the organization going, $50,000 to pull an operation off. So currently right now, in order to operate the way we're operating per month, it takes $80,000. To do a rescue, it costs $15,000, and that's where we partner with local halfway homes, homes that support battered women, places like the Well House and Traffic and Hope, and we go in and we rescue ladies physically, give them the medical attention they need, spiritually, give them the spiritual guidance they need, and then also help them with finding jobs. That's what a lot of these organizations do, help them find things so there's not recidivism. To do an operation like that, to get those ladies off the street, costs about $15,000. And my goal would be to be able to have $2.5 million over the next year to conduct everything that we need to do. With $2.5 million, we can meet our goal of an average of 2 operations per month, sting operations, and 1 rescue every quarter.
Until recently, we operated totally on donor dollars. We received very little grants. So everything that we operate on is privately funded. And the Lord's been good to us over the last 5 years. We've always had what we needed, but private donations is the most effective way that people can get involved. We have merchandise online, t-shirts, hats, all of that goes back into the mission.
So if you want to donate, if you want to support the organization, go to covenantrescue.org. A lot of people know us as CRG. But go to covenantrescue.org and you can look through our website and you'll see a little button that says donate. Click that donate button and it's going to give you options. You can do a monthly donation of, we have people that do $25 a month. You can do a one-time donation. A lot of people, some of our bigger donors like mailing in checks or even doing money wires. You can reach out to the little contact us box, put the information in, say, hey, I want to support your organization or I want to know more about it. So that's how you can support financially. I'm a Christian. We're not a Christian-based organization. We're just a normal 501c3 nonprofit, but I am a Christian, and I ask that if you're a Christian, if you're a Christ follower, please pray for us. That's the support that we definitely need the most of, because we serve a mighty God who has provided and protected in unbelievable ways. If you want to support financially, send us what you can. Follow us on all of our social media things. Keep up to date with what we're doing. Sign up for the newsletter and see the work that we're actively doing. And any way that you feel like you can support, if you can support, would be great.